one question I didn't ask is DDP versus Venki. DK described the auction planning process as so dramatic it could have been a 10-part series, saying that the team spent between 12 to 14 hours per day in the planning room and that he couldn't even sleep the night before because he was so excited to see Andy, Mo, and Malo back together. DK, that is all of us, brother. That is all of us. Mo Bobat said that this auction, was about squad depth, not about star power. Do we buy that as a strategy of defending champions? Or is that just PR for not spending big? Bharat, let me start with you.
As a lifelong RCB fan, we know that star power only takes you so far. Squad depth and people playing those roles in a team, being complementary to each other is honestly how you go deep in the tournament. Love the vision, love how they structure out the auction plans. I am all for this team management.
100%. Any word on the management from either of you?
I think the auction videos have obviously come out and everyone has been praising them, but we anyway know because of the result. I think they're very clear, man. They're very clear on how they think about T20 cricket, how they think about their individually in the management group as well. I think that was very interesting for me to see when it comes to domestic scouting, international scouting, like Bharat said, especially with the UK players in specific, getting them early. Uh, and it's worked out really well. And the depth is purely something that we had to do this year, given the injury concerns that we had last year. And we honestly, without Tim David, even Hazelwood at the end, Salt came back, like you said, like they had to all come back, right? They couldn't even take that time off because of no depth in the team. So we had to do that, in which they have done. And as far as spending big on individuals, I think given the dynamics of the auction with KKR and CSK going in with so much money, that strategy would have never worked anyway, right? So they had no option but to go for depth, and they did that really well with the picks that they had.
But we were going for Venki last year, right, for big money, and we didn't get him, and now we got him for 7 CR. So it might be a nice way to say we're not going for superstars. But I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with anything you guys said. Totally on board. But yeah, just wanted to point that out.
Actually, Ayush, on that topic, RCB described missing Venki in the mega auction as a saga. And then they called this year getting him for 7 CR as not letting KKR run away. Dude, honestly, that makes me feel so much better buying him at 7 over instead of whatever we would have bought him for last year. So I'm quite happy with that. And I do want to give my flowers to management. I just want to spend a second and say that I agree with you guys. They are thought leaders. I think they come from almost two different places where Andy Flowers, the wealth of experience, and Mo Bobat's that X factor. Guys, he was the director of cricket at ECB when ECB changed, when England Cricket Board changed exactly how Test cricket is played in terms of what we call baseball. I think the only reason they didn't call it Bobat ball is because it doesn't sound that good compared to baseball. But either way, I give him a lot of credit, and I think you guys should as well. And speaking of Andy, guys, I want to tell you something. I watched the RCB Insider podcast where Andy Flower and Mo Bobat were speaking with Mayanti Lanka. And basically, Andy said 2 reasons why I joined RCB the year I joined, which was a year before this. Number one, I like a challenge, right? This team hasn't won something before. I want to be the guy who wins it for them. Number 2, I want to play around someone. I want to coach around someone like Virat before he ends his career. Now, guys, those 2 reasons for why he joined us, and he freaking gave us the title last year. Like, if that's not enough for you, I don't know what to say. Give these guys their flowers. Give them all the trust. Yeah, gonna move on to, I don't know, a different one. Were you surprised with anything in this auction, either good or bad? Either, hey, this was a good buy, this was a bad buy, or I wish we had gone for someone else. Whoever would like to start.
Don't let Dikshit speak on this one. He's going to start talking about how we didn't get Sanju Samson or something like that.
No, I'm okay with that, Sanju. He plays Virat's role. But yeah, no. Any good, bad?
No, I think it went exactly how we had probably thought, given how they went last year, right? When in a bigger auction, mega auction, they went with that strategy. I didn't see the strategy changing. They had their picks before. They had allocated budgets for the same. And I think the auction actually turned out really well for them based on when some of these players actually came out, right? So Bangesh came pretty late, so other teams did not have enough money, so we were able to compete and get him. And Jacob Duffy, no one wanted him, which was surprising given that we got him at base price, right? And he's a like for like for Hazelwood, and probably he will be starting this weekend as well. So super excited to see how he does. So yeah.
If I can
100%, I agree.
point out one thing, Adi, here is like when you watch the auction videos with DK and Mobobat, just like planning how they're going to go about it in the auction room. I think if you look at it, DK has actually literally predicted 4 of the picks and how much they would go for. It's crazy. It's almost like he's a time traveler. So, good to have him on our side.
Dude, yeah, 100%. I also want to give Malo a shout because if you guys watch that video, we were pretty clear on two things. We really liked Mangesh Yadav, A, and we really wanted that Indian seamer to back up Yash Dayal to be a left-handed bowler. So Mangesh Yadav was naturally the only option. And I remember the conversation around these guys were saying, hey, if he goes up to 3 CR, we'll pay, otherwise we'll stop. And then Malo says, like, if somebody else buys him for 3.6, we would regret it. So I don't want to put a number on this guy because he's a real target for us. And guys, I want this to be a little bit of excitement for you guys. I hope you are excited about Mangesh Yadav because I didn't know much about this guy, but he's had a solid domestic season. He's got the backing of a team and management that we trust. And yeah, I think initially it was just a Dayal replacement, but with all the uncertainty in the air right now, we might just see him this weekend. So, any thoughts on Mangesh?
I think
It's a-
all of us are super excited to see him. None of us have again followed him, right? So it'll be our first time. So it'll be good to see how he does under pressure, man. I think having a domestic season versus like in front of a packed Chinnaswamy game one of the IPL as defending champions, that's a different kind of pressure. You get hit for 2 sixes and then we'll see how he copes up, right? Just how it is, right? So we'll be interested to see that.
Yep.
More than anything, good a left arm seamer on the team. I honestly don't think I can remember one, and not just that, I think he's a lower order power hitter as well. He's an all rounder. You can never have too many all rounders in T20 cricket, I believe. So very excited to see how he pans out.
Me too, man. I'm so excited as well.